Good morning, you guys. Today I decided to just take my camera around with me and film my day. I just turn on my lights. Let there be light. Normally I would be having a cup of coffee because I'm not an animal, but I have been having this twitch in my right eye for 3 weeks now. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating, I promise. 3 weeks. I've done a lot of research and I know where twitches can stem from. So I've cut out a lot of variables. I'm not drinking caffeine. I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm getting lots of water. I'm resting, like I'm getting like a good 8 hours. I mean, my life isn't stressful more than normal. And I am taking vitamins every day. Like, I just wake up with this twitch in my eye and this like pressure feeling sometimes where it's like weighing down on me. It's freaking me out. So, but it's just like, it's a twitch, so it's like so stupid to like, it's doing it right now. It knows. Anyways, I just feel silly, like calling the doctor. You want one? You love me? I love you too. Okay. Be nice. Good boy. Not making anything fancy. It's just a Quaker, strawberries and cream. Whatever, you get the idea. Sharks. Like sharks, I tell you. Got my bowl of slop, and my dog's also eating her food. You know what? I'm just gonna eat my breakfast. You guys don't need to watch me. It's boring. Who wants to watch me eat oatmeal? Alright, I'm gonna go eat my breakfast. Bye. And it's 9 o'clock because my Roomba just went off. Oh, Kathy. Yeah, you gotta stop that. Alexa, ask Kathy to stop cleaning.
Okay, here's our robot home. Would you like Kathy to return home?
Yes.
I will send Kathy home.
I'm going to get on the treadmill. Not to like do full-blown running or anything crazy because I can't do that anymore. A couple years ago, I broke my patella in 2. And hasn't been the same ever since. So I tend to just do like a nice paced walk. I've been getting a lot of like lower back pain, just feeling really weak, and I hate feeling like that. I'm just taking this first step, getting my butt on the treadmill, and I'm just gonna probably watch some YouTube.
My name is Becca, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. This new Honest Beauty Calm and Perfect serum, I've never tried this before.
Can you get out of my space? I swear. Get! Excuse me. I'm not down here for you. I'm not. What? No. Ah! You're so sexual. I'm gonna wash my face. I have used this Clean and Clear Morning Burst for years. I don't even remember the last time I used something else that like I bought. I mean, I have face washes that I'll get from like BoxyCharm or whatever. It's like my tried and true. I know there's probably way better face washes, but this doesn't like affect my face in a negative way. So, okay, let me wash my face. We're back in a familiar place. I have been having really bad hormonal breakouts, and I know they're hormonal because they're all on my jawline and my chin area, mostly right here. So, I mean, I have breakouts every once in a while, especially because of PCOS. So I went and got these Noxzema Ultimate Clear Anti-Blemish pads, and let me tell you, they work really well. At least for me right now, they're really working. And this recommends like 3 times a day, but I don't. I do 1 pad in the morning and 1 pad at night. I have oily skin, so these have a potential to really dry you out. So I think that they're honestly helping just balance my normal oils. I mean, this hurts right now, like it's burning, but honestly, the day I got these, like my face was so red. And all of my blemishes were like red, like fire. It like calmed my skin down because I don't really wear makeup all the time, just in my normal life. And it just like is frustrating when there's really nothing you can do. Like it's not something that you're eating. It's not because you're not washing your face. Like it's literally just your hormones, and that sucks. And while that cools down, I'm gonna eat this Cliff nut butter bar, chocolate and peanut butter. This little protein bar. Okay, so I'm not gonna like introduce everything as I use it, so I'll just tell you everything that I'm gonna use on my face. So I have been using the little toner from my BoxyCharm. This is Origin's A Perfect World SPF 40 Age Defense Moisturizer with white tea. I just love that this has 40 SPF, and it's not too like oily. Like obviously I'm already oily, so I don't need something that's like hydrating or water infused or anything like that. It makes me shiny for sure, but I think that's the SPF. Before that, I have been using the Mad Hippie Vitamin C serum that came with like a nighttime and a daytime, so this is the daytime one, and I like it. Like I definitely feel like a tightening effect when I use this, so I do like that. I've been using this so much that the label literally came off. It's Dr. Brandt, and I got it in a BoxyCharm a long time ago, but this is honestly the under eye cream that I've been using. That is what I'll be putting on my face right now. And you cannot forget your hand care. So I have a thing of lotions down there, and I like to use this one because it has a pump, but this is just the this is the Love Beauty and Planet Maru Butter and Rose. I love this. I was obsessed with this scent at one point. So this just brings me back to summer and when we were in Mexico. And before I get on to my actual like makeup, I'm gonna put some dry shampoo in my hair and stuff. I've just used the Heritage by Mindy McKnight Lazy Day dry shampoo. I go in between using a bunch of different dry shampoos. And then I've talked about this in my Amazon favorites, but this little head massager seriously works so good to like buff in your dry shampoo. And the vibrating setting feels amazing. Leave my hair down while I can, because for work I have to put my hair up, or else it will get in everybody's latte. My eye is twitching again. Okay, so I am actually going to go in with the So Jaded palette and do a look from there. I really want to use like these shades here. So I think I'm gonna go into either sapphire or turquoise and then maybe use some of these glitter ones. Okay, so I'm gonna prime my eyes with some concealer. With Your Gem, I'm using this color as my crease shade, not being too precise. This takes a lot of buildup and a lot of patience for this look. So just continually building that shade up to the desired color that I'm going for in this look. Next, going in with Jasper, which is a nice rich brown shade. I am being more precise and careful with this color, really focusing it on my outer corners and bringing it into my crease, making sure not to drag it too high or too low into my lid. I really want to create a nice defined line in my crease with this shade. Going in with Sapphire next, I'm doing the exact same thing that I did with Jasper, laying this color right on top, again, being precise and keeping that defined line. Now I'm going to create my cut crease, and I'm just taking some concealer and laying it on the inside of my eyelid, not going over the sapphire line on my crease and not taking it too far into my outer lid. I do want the sapphire to still show. With this yummy aquamarine shade, I'm laying that right on top of the concealer. I found using my finger works best, and I'm definitely doing a couple layers with this shade to get that beautiful shine to show. Now using the turquoise shade, I'm just going to put that right where the aquamarine meets the sapphire to make a more seamless transition from light to dark. That is the eyes, well, just the top obviously. So I'm just going to go in with my face makeup. I'm using my No Problem Prime Essence primer. I'm just gonna do my tried and true number 7 Beautifully Matte. So by the time this video comes out, I will have already told you guys that I'm taking the month of December off. Especially dealing with mental health issues, it's good to just take a pause, refocus, and I feel like the month of December is just like a really good month to do that. I'm gonna use my Tarte Creaseless Concealer for my under eyes. Oh, I'm using the Ilia Soft Focus loose powder, finishing powder. I'm gonna go in with the turquoise and do that on the under part of my eye. I didn't think it would be that pigmented, so I'm gonna go in with Your Gem, which was that first like neutral brown color, and just kind of buff that in there. Just to diffuse that blue just a little bit. And imagine that I'm doing false eyelashes, okay? But I'm not. Just imagine that I am. I'm gonna do the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. And on my lower lash line, I'm going to use the Mega Volume by Wet n Wild. But I'm going to do that bronzer now. So like I said, I'm going to use the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This stuff smells like heaven. I love it. I love that beachy smell. Seriously, I want to go back to Mexico so bad. Shane and I talk about it all the time. We went with his parents last October to, not Cancun, what's the other one? Cabo. And even though I almost died, I almost drowned, it still was like such a fun time, and I want to go back so bad. There's a beach where our little hotel thingy was, that the waves were so powerful, like right at the where the water meets the sand. What is that called? I can't remember. Anyways, you had to like time when you went in and when you came out. And I have like there's a fear of sharks, right? Like people have a fear of sharks. I have an irrational fear of sharks. Like it goes beyond just fearing that there's a shark in the water. I don't know. But I try and be brave. You know, we're all having a good time out in the water and my feet aren't touching the floor anymore. Like we're all kind of wading in water and swimming, and Shane and his parents are like going deeper and deeper into the water, and I'm just kind of like struggling to be okay, but I'm like trying to have fun. And all of a sudden Shane goes, "What was that?" Thinking he like saw a fish or something, right? But in my mind I'm like, shark, there's a shark. So I freak out, like full on panic attack, and I end up trying to like swim back to shore. I don't time the wave right. I just try and get out and it hits me from behind, boof, and I just like tumble, get like taken back into the water, and then I try and come out, boof, like 3 times. Okay, I am like sucking in water. Not to mention I was not wearing that great of a bathing suit, so that puppy came off, and it just like I lost my favorite sunglasses that I had just bought. Like it was bad. Ooh, I want to use the halo, the Wet n Wild halo highlighters. Like, let me tell you how bad my shark fear is, okay? I cannot be in a public swimming pool by myself because I think that a shark's gonna come out the bottom. Like, what kind of sense does that make? It makes no sense, but I can't. Like, I literally cannot. Anyways, I'm gonna do my eyebrows now, so. I'm gonna go in with this Pretty Vulgar loose setting powder, and with a big fluffy brush, I'm just gonna go in and kind of douse my face just because I will be having to wear a mask and stuff. I didn't even tell you what blush I used. I used the Milani Tea Rose blush. I don't know why I forgot to mention it. Why not use the Wet n Wild setting spray? I'm gonna use the Chantebleu Dark Natural Lip Liner. And then I'm just gonna pop some chapstick over it. I just like the Burt's Bees ones. I feel like my balayage has grown out so much. Whoa, that was a huge chunk of hair. It hasn't even been 6 months yet. I'm just gonna leave my hair down for now. But this is the finished look. I like it. Let's get out of this annoying dog room.
I was just singing in the camera, then realized you can't tell. Stupid.
Hi! This is Alexis.
Nobody's listening to me. Change the microphone. Makes it so much more like powerful. Nobody's listening. The drip begins to drop. What is it called when you like you hear things like really loud in the camera?
Oh, ASMR?
Yeah.
You're such a dork. Hello. Why don't you say hi to moms? Let's go let her out. You already went potty? You guys are lying. You just want to eat. take her dinner. Okay, so for my meatloaf, you will need 2 pounds of ground beef, 2 eggs, some milk, I use almond milk, onion, Italian breadcrumbs, Italian seasoning, chili sauce, ketchup, and brown sugar, optional. It's hard because I'm watching the Seattle Cardinals game on my phone. The recipe's on there as well, so I'm like, don't know what to do. Alexa, play the NFL game that's on tonight.
Playing Arizona Cardinals at Seattle Seahawks.
If she freaking plays this game. Oh my gosh. Bro, that's sick. I'm playing the game on my Echo. Okay, so eggs, like I said, 2 eggs. And I'm just gonna put it in this bowl. Just gonna do 3/4 cup of milk in with the eggs. And 3/4 cup of Italian breadcrumbs. 3. So it says to leave it for 5 to 10 minutes, just sitting. It has been, I don't know, 9 minutes. So now we are going to add the beef. One day I will have a kitchen that is a little bit easier to film in. That is my hope. Because not that I'm like a chef or anything, like, pff, no way. But, I mean, it is fun to kind of cook these recipes and share them with you guys, whoever likes to watch them. Amateur cooking night. So before I mix this up, I'm gonna add the onions. They just say 1/3 cup of onions, but I'm just gonna do as much as I want, honestly. I'm just gonna cut this. I might live in Washington, but I'm not a Seattle Seahawks fan at all. Mostly because a lot of my friends are Seahawks fans, and I love to hate on their team because it makes them so upset. But being a Patriots fan comes with a lot of slack. Or not slack, but flack. So you know what? If you want to shell it out to me, I'm gonna give it right back to you. And that's just how I feel. All right, that is all the onions I'm going to do. So a trick that I saw is you just kind of like cut slits in one way and then you flip it and cut slits in the other way, and then you can just kind of like trim as much as you want off and it will be diced for you already. 1 tablespoon of chili sauce. So 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Oh, I do want to preheat the oven now to 350. So the thing I like about this recipe is that you don't put the mixture in like a form-fitting like bread pan. You kind of shape it yourself, whatever dimensions that you want, like freestanding on a baking sheet. And I feel like that is a guaranteed way for it not to get soggy, because all the juices can kind of run out to the side of the baking sheet. Okay, and like I said, you're literally just gonna wanna kind of shape it to your dimensions. I wouldn't make it too like narrow and high because it's gonna take longer to cook. So just keep that in mind, because I've definitely made it the wrong shape and it took a long time to cook. Because it's already gonna take 40 minutes. So that is my loaf. It looks disgusting, but it's gonna taste delicious. And the oven is preheated, so now I'll just bake it. Okay, so then in a separate smaller bowl, we're going to make the sauce. And that you will need 1/2 cup of chili sauce, 1/2 cup of ketchup, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. That's it. You want to like spread it over the loaf when the loaf has like 10 to 15 minutes left to cook. Once the loaf is cooked, you just want to let it rest for 10 minutes before slicing into it. Now I'm going to finish watching the game. I will be back when it's time to spread the sauce. So I took my meatloaf out because it had about 10 minutes left. So I'm gonna put the sauce on here. And I'm not putting all of it on there because Shane likes to add some extra sauce when he actually eats the meatloaf. I just kind of cover the top. I don't want to put so much that it's like spilling over the sides. It's just what we like to do here in the Calder household. So now I'm gonna put it back in the oven and cook it for another 10 to 15 minutes. You want it to hit 160 Fahrenheit. After the 10 minutes, I'll just put my thermometer in there and make sure that it is the right temperature. And then I will let it rest for 10 minutes, so.
Hey.
You need a bath, like hard work.
Do you? Is that you? You made a lot of meat.
I made a loaf of meat.
Like, how much meat is that?
2 pounds.
Damn!
Don't act like you don't like meatloaf. Oh.
She switched her lineup up because Tyler Lockett wasn't getting her a lot of points for the last 3 weeks.
I really thought that like tackle that twisted up his legs, I thought he was done.
Did you see it was sideways?
Yeah, but it must have just twisted perfectly with that guy's body. What do you think of the meatloaf?
It's delicious.
Oh.
It's really good. I missed you.
I miss you too, baby. You didn't tell me what was wrong with your day.
It's just busy.
That last laugh though.
That's you, babe.
I know.
That's you.
That's why I texted. I said that to you.
She said, "Stay away from my man."
That's who broke his whatever.
No,
Oh.
Klay Thompson, babe.
I don't know who Klay Thompson is. I don't watch the NBA.
Hey, well, if you want to have something in common with me, you will. This guy.
Oh shoot! But you don't even like Golden State.
I know. But I still feel bad for him.
I'm going to take off my makeup now. So this is like my nighttime routine, I guess. So I use the little pads that I talked about in my Amazon favorites. And I use the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water, just the regular one. Okay, so that took 3 pads, front and back, to clean my face. I need to get in the shower and get into PJs, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I'll be back, because I ain't taking you with me. I'm fresh out of the shower, and my eye's twitching, so that's great. I have an appointment tomorrow, so whenever this video is up, I'll have already had the appointment. I'm just taking my vitamins. So I forgot to take them this morning. Same as this morning, I'm just gonna use those Noxzema pads. Oh, it burns. Ow. Burns much worse than this morning. So I use the Mad Hippie serum, but the nighttime one, which is vitamin A serum. And I've been using my tomato serum still. Look at how much I've used. Love this stuff. I wear this 8-hour Radiance Renewal sleeping mask from Avant. And some people might think that I'm weird for this, but I like to have perfume on when I go to bed. I love the Britney Spears Curious for nighttime. Like, there's just something so soft about it, but still like sweet, and it honestly stays on my skin. Like, I don't know, when I have this on and when I smell it, it's just like, okay, it's time for bed. And I do a little more dry shampoo, especially just because obviously I took a shower, and as careful as I am, my hair still gets wet. Plus I've had to have my hair up since I went to work. And that is my nighttime routine. So I am probably going to watch some Grey's Anatomy before I go to bed, because I've been rewatching all of the episodes since it's finally the last season, and I stopped watching a couple seasons ago. So I figured, why not just watch all of them since it's finally coming to an end, and then I can put Grey's Anatomy behind me. And Shane's probably going to be going to bed soon, but I told him that he has to come out and say goodbye. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for watching. This will be our last video of 2020. So
Peace out.
I'll be back for my December BoxyCharm, because I think it's the Boxy Luck. So I will film that video, but other than that, I will be off of YouTube until January. So again, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next year. Bye.